Welcome to the Playback podcast presented by Car, your weekly podcast featuring America's favorite dancers, hosted by America's favorite road warriors. We're your hosts, Jocelyn, Kristyn, and Olivia, and we've got a jam-packed episode for you guys, so let's get into it.
So jam-packed. I was in Portland, and it was a new venue. We had a built stage. We had the LED walls. It was sick. I literally thought I was working a finals. Ooh. It felt so good.
We love finals energy on a regional.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
A built stage can do that though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just cool.
It really just fires me.
I love it. Where were you, Liv?
I was in Syracuse, New York.
Ooh.
The weather was beautiful. It was, I was expecting it to be freezing, but it was so nice. Until the last day it was windy, but it was really cool. Talent was so cool. We had a studio from Canada.
Whoa.
Love.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. We love Canada.
Yeah, we do.
Love it. Okay. Well, I was not at a show. I was doing a little fun DAC event this past weekend, but there was so much to choose from. So I'm just going to hop right in, starting with Rainbow Nashua. We have 369 Mr. Morale. This is from Rising Stars Dance Academy. This won everything. Absolutely loved this performance. It was a contemporary to a hip hop song. And I feel like obviously that's very much a trend right now, but they executed it so well. It was just cool. And I loved the partner work. I feel like their lifts, everything was just had so much intention behind it. And there was moments where it was very aggressive and they're kind of throwing themselves, and then they'd get into a tight clump and be super sharp, super sharp. It was just such a great way of using the music and using the amount of kids that were on stage. Yeah, they just kind of had it locked in from the start. You could tell that it was very much I don't know how many performances they did, obviously, but you could tell this was maybe one of their favorites, where you can just tell when dancers are I love this routine. I loved it. It was so great. So congrats to 369, Mr. Morale. You guys were absolutely incredible.
Cool.
Okay, I want to talk about a routine that wasn't actually at my show. It was from Rainbow, Long Island. I have to start out with this performance because I was so excited when I saw that she placed first overall. It's from Rainbow, Long Island, Act 128, Something to Shout About. Olivia Candio from North Shore.
Love.
I met Olivia at HDE last summer, and she kind of impacted my life as an employee and a person in such a beautiful way. She's just got this beaming smile and energy about her. So I was really excited. She was a car convention protege. She did really great all season long. She was just always so pleasant, smiling in every single room. You knew where she was because her smile was just beaming. This solo performance, absolutely insane. When I say that I had tears in my eyes at the end of the solo, I'm not even joking you for 1 second. Talk about a kid that embodies love for dance. Literally everything about her is, I love dancing. And you see it on this performance. By the end of her performance, literally had tears in my eyes. I'm just so proud of her and her growth. I know that she's working hard in the studio. I know she's working hard for Hollywood Dance Experience this summer. Dancers who are proteges at Car Convention, they come to Hollywood Dance Experience in the summer to potentially have that opportunity to become an elite protege. And I do have to say, she's showing up and she's showing out. And I can't wait to see how much more she grows before this summer. Killing it, girl.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow. So proud.
So proud.
Speaking of people who love to dance, and it just shows, this act number 157, The Dance. This was from Studio B Dance Co. It was two sisters. DG Roll Lamo, I think is how you say their last name. Super cool last name. I was like, whoa. I saw both of their solos, but their duet really stood out to me. These two are the definition of kids that were born to dance, and not only that, born to dance together. I think there's just something so beautiful about sisters dancing. It's an unexplainable thing. They have such a unique approach to their performance when they're dancing on this stage. Their breath, it's almost like when you're watching, you want to breathe with them. Their lyrical performance is just stunning. Red costumes, passion through the roof. I just loved it. I just loved the way that you could tell how much they loved it, which I think is the most important thing. And then they were the ultra competitive supercharged performance in Syracuse. Wow. So just it showed right through. You guys shine. You guys are shining stars. Love you guys.
Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is another from Rainbow Nashua. This dance was so different, you guys. This was 360, Welcome to the Stage, and the studio is Broadway bound. So basically, it wasn't just your average performance. It was a live commentary from, I'm assuming, a ton of past judges' critiques, and they threw it over the music. So as you're watching the performance, you're hearing what those judges were thinking and saying and pieces of advice. And I just thought it was such a different way to do things. And I feel like obviously it wouldn't be something that you would typically do. I think it was very much thinking outside the box, but I think it brought a really cool attention to different parts of the routine where maybe the normal audience member would kind of not notice specific parts. I feel like because there was an audio of a judge bringing attention to whatever that move was or whatever that execution was, I feel like it made me as a watcher, kind of like perk up a little bit and be like, oh, that was something I maybe wouldn't have noticed because I was watching over here instead of over here. So I just thought it was very different. It was very creative. It was very like, I mean, you're putting yourselves out there, you're putting your commentary out there, but I feel like kudos to you for bringing that back to your studio. And obviously we do commentary as a competition for a reason. So to have the dancers be aware as they're performing of like, oh, this is the part where the judge always says to point my toe, or, oh, this is the part where I really need to show attack. Like it's just kind of reintegrating it into your mind. I know when I was a dancer, like when you're on stage, you hear your coach's voice in your head on certain points. Like I remember being on stage and like, I'm not even listening to the music. I just hear my coach from rehearsal being like, and I got. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's all that's in your head. But to have like the judge's commentary be like, and this is the part where you really need to be reaching. And this is the part where it was just such a cool thing. So I don't know. Absolutely loved it. Shout out to Broadway Bound for really pushing your dancers. And I just thought it was such a cool concept. So awesome job to welcome to the stage.
That's really cool. Okay, I have one that's like fun and exciting. I was just like smiling the whole time and like kind of bopping my head to the music for this one. It was from Car Portland, Act 92 Lunchroom from Escape Dance Academy. The end is really what got me excited about the routine. So it was like all these cutie little dancers, like specifically this one boy. I just like, we all wanted to like put him in our pocket and like hang out with him, be besties with him. He was the sweetest in every single performance. They had like a food fight on stage. It was like 3 kids and they like took out their lunch boxes and they pulled out all these squishy like food options and they were literally chucking them at each other. And it was just like so fun because it went through like a whole like lunchtime moment for these kids. They even had a lunch lady. Like it was so silly and fun. The little boy, he had his backpack on. And at one point in the routine, he takes off his backpack and he's like swinging it around and tosses it across the stage. And he's so little and he tossed it really far. And I was like, how did you do that? Like you are this big and you tossed it across the stage. I loved this whole studio as a whole. They were so great, but these little nuggets were truly my favorite. I loved them.
Cute.
Big fan.
So cute. The next act I want to talk about is Act 147, Dulcinea Variation. It was Jackie Anderson from CMC Dance Company. This was a ballet piece. And I was standing in the wings when I saw this and I had like my camera all ready to like film. And it was actually a moment where I like set my camera down to watch it because I was like, wow, this is just so elegant, so poised, beautiful. She looked just like a princess. Like she was beautiful in like the classical ballet point shoe with her beautiful tutu. It was like embossed beautiful. You have to see it. But she just really stood out to me because it was like I was filming all these soloists, senior soloists, and then I was like, wait a second, I want to like take this in. I don't want to take it in from behind the camera. I want to watch it. She just had me engaged from start to finish. It was just she did such a great job. Very well done. Good job, Jackie. Also, bringing ballet to like the competition stage is so different. Sometimes it just breaks up the rest of it. So I just loved it. So good.
So pretty.
Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is from the other Ultra show where you were not. It was the Chicago. So we actually had two Ultra shows this weekend, guys.
First weekend of a double show this season.
Yeah.
Wow. Fun stuff.
Love it. So this was from the Ultra Chicago show. This was 372 How Did It End from Dance Arts Center. Ooh. The whole staff was like, you guys have to talk about this routine. So it did get a power performance from our judge, Kristyn, but basically it's that Taylor Swift song and it's...
I love that song.
This choreographer, like, such a brilliant way of putting this together. It was such a cool concept. Basically, it starts with this girl and she has a pile of clothes and it looks like she's just like doing her laundry. You start to realize she has a cardboard box. She's packing, she's moving. And it basically just continues with having this huge group of dancers all utilizing these cardboard boxes as their prop. And it was just the coolest performance. I feel like the story was building the entire time. And I feel like this is like the kind of thing that I always say, where if you're going to have a prop, you need to use it or lose it. They were using everything. There was this one part where, you know, where it says like sitting in the tree, DYING, that part, they're like throwing their clothes and it was just, it was done so good. And whoever this choreographer is, their staging was so well thought out. The pushing of the boxes, the partners, like the partner work that was happening. There was so many different lifts. I was just completely in awe. I loved how this choreographer put together the visualizations, and I feel like the execution was just perfect. So congratulations to Dance Arts Center. Absolutely love that performance. I wish I would have seen it live.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch that.
It was good.
This
It was really good
because I like that
I was
song
sent that
already.
one also.
No way.
Yeah, so that was definitely a pick of the weekend.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I have a couple more performances from Portland and another one from another show. Act 24 Wonderwall, Thomas Hauser from Triple Threat Performing Arts. This boy is a star. It was a tap performance choreographed by Miss Tammy. You know it's going to be fantastic on that built stage. Ooh. Crisp. I literally put a star. He has the charisma. Like he has it going on. He has it figured out. He knows how to put in like those little like moments with the shoulders, with the facial expressions. And I love Wonderwall. It's like a jazzy version of it. And so he had on his like, he didn't have a blazer, but he had the vest and the button up and the nice slack pants. It was perfect and perfect for him. Like he's a little nugget still and he killed it. He won first overall, rightfully so. I really enjoyed this performance. I was sitting down at the table and I was like, oh, whatever he's having for lunch, like I want it too, because he was killing it. Good job.
Love. Okay. I have one from the Chicago Ultra also. Act number 13, Look. This is Mackenzie Williams from Konquer Dance Company. I saw them last season. Konquer that's what they do. They conquer. They take over the stage. But this one stood out to me because she was in this beautiful, stunning rhinestone orange costume, which I'm clearly loving lately. But she was just giving everything on that stage. Her performance quality, her technique. She just was crazy. So good. So little, so good. Tiny but mighty. And then got a power performance. I was like, girl, I probably would have said the same thing. If I was sitting at that table, I would have been like, boom, my pick too. Just so good. And then I think it's so fun when we see like these sassy jazz pieces. And then they're able to come out and then do these like beautiful contemporary lyricals after. I love the versatility. Mackenzie, you did such a good job. You ate that down. So good. 8.
Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is from Rainbow, Long Island. So there was so many to pick from, okay? But I had to go with 233 Rider in the Dark. Such a good song, so I knew it was going to be good choreography. This is from North Shore. Technique and commitment was there. The visuals, so beautiful. I feel like the thing that I love about this song is it's so like heart-wrenching. Like this song is like, it's supposed to hit you in your gut. And I feel like the performance quality that these girls were doing was doing just that. Like you can tell that they're in pain on stage. You can tell that there's like that like heartache to them, but also that whole song is very much about like, I'm good. Like you know what I mean? And so there was like this underlying strength coming out of them. And I just feel like it was such a well done performance. They got first overall, as did a lot of their performances over the week, but it was just, I just love it. I mean, shout out to Stephanie and Marissa. You guys are training such insane athletes. And I feel like I know a lot of those kids from Long Island go off to Hofstra, go off to do all of those dance teams. And I feel like this was, although such an artistic performance, it had those dance team elements of like the quick transitions, the formations, the levels, the clean lines, like everything about it was just, loved it. Loved it. So good. So congrats, North Shore. You're always phenomenal.
Okay, the next one I want to talk about from Car Portland was Act 205, It Doesn't Hurt from Court Dance. Dancer's name is Dalia Torres. I was immediately clocked by this dancer. I was at the merchandise booth when she was called onto the stage, and from her first 8 count, I was already walking up to the table because I needed to get closer to finish watching her performance. You know, like I walked up to the table and I ducked down so that I wouldn't get in the video shot because I needed to be close. You know, when you see those performances and you're like, I just wish I could be down at the table immediately right now. That was one of them, and I didn't hold back. I was running.
You did just that.
I did just that. She was stunning. Such a stunning mover, great movement quality, costume simple, but so gorgeous for this routine. It Doesn't Hurt is literally such a powerful song, and she did just that. She was so powerful on the stage, and I loved every single moment of it, and she got first overall. She absolutely killed it. I loved that routine. I bet she probably saw a little nugget running because that was me. It was funny.
So funny. Back to Chicago Ultra, act number 353, Sirens. Ultra competitive mega group. Oh. I love the mega groups. I just think they add something to the stage that you can't recreate. It's just a million dancers on stage always look so cool.
Yeah.
And these dancers, a million of them, literally came out in these red trench coats, which looked so sick. I was dialed in from the moment they walked out on that stage, and they're in these lines and columns. I was like, this is going to be cool. No matter what they do from here, it's going to be cool. And it was. And it's one of those contemporary vibes that it was to a rap song. Whoa. Cool. It's innovative. It's fun. I just love that. It's a fresh style that we're bringing into this, and I love it. I don't know, the overall dance, it was tight. I just thought it was so cool. The formation, they were coming on and off the stage. It was one that I wish I was there to see in person, because I just know the energy in that room was so high. It was probably so cool. Power performance, of course. We love that. Elevate dance experience. Killed it. So good.
Love a trench coat.
Love. And then they took it off. They took it off and they started using it as a prop. And I was like, okay.
I love when they
you
do
got
that.
me.
Yeah.
You got that. That was so cool.
I'm in. I'm locked in.
Nice. Okay, my next one is actually an MC pick. This was from the Spokane show, Act 142, Tacky from Dance Creations. This was sent in from our MC KJ. And she said, the dancers were so committed and were giving it their all. This dance was hilarious and had the whole table laughing. And they did it in Crocs.
What?
So now I was like, wait. They're doing a whole performance in Crocs. I was like, wait, this is so good. So I'm going to go back and watch it. But yeah, it was just, I love it when, again, we see hundreds of performances throughout the weekend. Yep. And I think it's really easy as a competitive dancer to take yourself super seriously and be like, I'm here to compete. I'm here to win. And it's okay to do fun, creative, artistic performances. It's okay to do a performance just because you're you know what? We have such a group of performers, of fun kids. Let's do something fun. And I love it when teachers and studios allow their people to do this. And I think it's that's the memories that you're going to take back. Mm-hmm. You're going to always remember, be remember when we did that dance in the Crocs? That's just going to be something that they always look back on. And they're I can't believe we did that. That was so crazy. But it's fun. And it was clearly good because our whole table was obsessed with you guys. So just congrats to Dance Creations for being creative and kind of thinking outside the box in that way. Clearly it paid off. So awesome job.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like we all have that performance that we look back on and we're I can't believe because I can't. I really can't.
I'm thinking of the one that you're thinking of, and it's so good.
Oh man. Good times. Okay. The last one that I want to talk about was from Car Detroit. We had 2 Detroit shows. It was Detroit 1. This was Act 337, maybe this time, from Center Stage Dance Studio. Dancer's name is Mora, I think. I said, okay, old Hollywood glamour. She had on the little hat moment that had the veil, and it was black, all black costume, off the shoulder moment. She was giving. She had the little gloves too. love a little glove. She was giving everything that I wanted for this song: emotion, passion, technique, strength, musicality. I was obsessed with this performance. I saw that she got first overall. I always go and I look through like the top 10. Like I'll literally go and watch all those videos, and I couldn't stop watching her video. I was like, oh yeah, I'm writing this one down. She was giving everything. I just like want to see her booking jobs like immediately. Like I was so encaptured by her performance. I was like, I wish I could have been there to see it. I literally wrote, get her on dance jobs immediately.
Wow.
Immediately.
I know. I wish we could be in multiple places at once.
Yeah. Like how can I teleport to watch
Next
certain
season.
performances?
Yeah.
Next season?
We'll figure it out.
Just have all the live streams up on a computer.
You know what? I
watching
do
everything.
need that.
Wait, that would be kind of cool.
I feel like Adrian said that he did that. So like if there's a way that we could also do that, that would be
That'd be
sick.
so cool.
Ansel's got it.
Yeah.
He's nodding his head. He's got it.
Yeah, he'll set it up for us.
That'd be cool. We want to see everything.
Yeah. I don't have any more picks from the weekend, but I have a shout out to a dancer that did our ultimate improv challenge.
Oh, okay.
There was so many of you guys that participated in it this weekend. The 12 and under junior winner, just darling. I think we have a video of his reaction. He was like all excited, like stressed out, but also like didn't think that he was going to win. And then when he won, he was like, yes, this is the greatest thing ever. You have to see it. It's the cutest thing ever. He was so passionate. He was dancing straight from the heart and also dancing for the best cause, Dancers Against Cancer. This is the most fun thing that we get to do each weekend at Ultra. It's the way that we get to give back to Dancers Against Cancer, and you guys get to have so much fun. Also, everybody was slaying in their Ultra merch. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't think one person didn't have Ultra merch on during that improv challenge. So you guys showed up and showed out in Syracuse, but we have to show his reaction. You guys are going to love it. It's so cute.
Oh, I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah. Cute.
Sweet. Do you have another one? You're good.
I don't.
Okay, you're good. I wanted to do a quick little shout out. So I was actually this weekend, how I mentioned I wasn't at a car rainbow show. I was at West Coast Elite Nationals. So if you guys are from the West Coast, you guys might be familiar. West Coast Elite is a competition mainly geared for the middle school, high school dance team experiences. They're kind of starting to get into studios as well, but I went because the owner, Ashley Simmons, we actually donated to her back in 2023 when she battled breast cancer. And she's like, ever since she came to IDA and did the whole thing and got to meet everyone, she's like, oh, I need West Coast Elite to be a part of DAC. So they're an official sponsor of Dancers Against Cancer. So I just went to kind of be there, support, and most importantly, get high school teams involved. So we have teams that are signing up to do dance camps where they invite all the kids to come and do like a football performance with them. And they like do a pink out game. We have our DAC spirit jerseys. So we have like our I'm a Dancer Against Cancer jerseys that you guys as a high school can purchase and wear for the October pink out games, or even just your normal spirit days that you guys do throughout the season. And yeah, it's a cool way. And there's obviously a ton of kids that do both competition at their studio and they do their high school dance teams. So if you're a high school dance team coach or captain and you guys want to get involved with Dancers Against Cancer, we would love to have you join our dance community.
I love that.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's cool.
To be at a different event that is so high school dance team based, because it's such a different world.
Exactly.
So different.
I'm even seeing like middle schoolers where I'm like, Tatum was there as a sixth grader. I'm like, that does not seem right to me. You have always been this little tiny nugget. Like, how are you in middle school? But again, like these kids are getting to do these new experiences and it's just the team bonding of it all is so cool. And a majority of these kids do want to grow up and go to Minnesota, Ohio, all of these huge collegiate teams. So to starting that young is only going to make them better and give them more of an opportunity. So yeah, it was just such an awesome weekend and it was fun to kind of just branch out. And again, you still got to see all the people you love. So it felt like I was home, just a different home. So yeah, we loved it. And then tomorrow we have Brian Friedman's masterclass for Dancers Against Cancer. And so at this point, when this gets uploaded, we'll have already shot that. So we'll throw in a clip. But yeah, it was just honestly
probably going to be crazy.
Probably going to be so crazy.
And very fun.
Yeah, we're excited. yeah, so just lots of fun stuff happening with Dancers Against Cancer. We have like 9 shows this weekend coming up.
Wow.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah. It's going to be big. One
weekend.
Ultra show. You're going
Texas,
to
Galveston.
You get a build stage this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Love it. Good stuff. Well, as always, thank you guys for watching Playback Podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you're getting to watch those full episodes. Make sure you're tagging us on social if we talked about your solo or your group performance. Tag us. We would love to repost and just continue spreading that love and support to you guys in those comments. Make sure you guys are commenting and supporting other dancers as well. That's what we like to watch out for.
Oh, yeah.
And just be a good person. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road. Bye.